FlossTube, I'm Autumn, the Yellow Rose Stitcher. Welcome to my channel. Today's Thursday, December 19th. So I got a little extra time today, so this video is going to be out later than I had hoped for, but today worked out. I can get it filmed and hopefully edited and up before the weekend, or by this weekend. If you're new, welcome. Thanks for stopping by and checking me out. And if you're returning, welcome back. Gonna do the normal, show you what I worked on, a few new starts, and then I've been having fun. I've done a couple of videos with just seasonal WIPs, my works in progress, so I thought I'd do that today for Christmas and then show my pile of Christmas patterns and maybe inspire you to see something. I know it's a little late in the season. As to say, I'm very much a seasonal stitcher and I don't get in the mood to stitch Christmas until it's too late. So anyway, I'll get into that a little bit later, but so that's what I have planned for this video today. It might be a little longer, so if you don't have a beverage of choice, you might want to go pause and go get you something. So see, we'll get started here. Well, starting off, if you're new here, I'm planning a stitch along starting January 1st, 2025. And that is the Primrose Quaker Sal. I'll put the hashtag up here. Oh, and after my last video, I got a notification if you're on Instagram that you would no longer see the hashtags you follow on your feed, which I found that very annoying. But it went and looked up you can still use hashtags, but you have to go search them. So I did search the Primrose Quaker Sal, and there were, I don't know, the 3 posts that I had put up or something that are there. So, but if you're joining along, use the hashtag. Hopefully other people can search it and see what you're working on. I'd love to see what you're working on. And if you do start or join, go ahead and tag me on Instagram, and I'll put that up here on the bottom of the screen at Yellow Rose Stitcher. But so January 1st, I'm going to be starting, for those, if you're new here, my plan is to stitch all of the Quaker Pillows series from Primrose Cottage Stitches. And so January 1st, I'm going to be starting this one, the February one. So the plan is to stitch it, get it finished and out for display for February, and then do that through the year with all the rest of them. So that's my January start. If you want more information about the stitch along, I gave all the details in my last video if you want to go back and watch it. So hope you'll consider joining along. A few of you commented that you were going to join me, so yay! I think that'll be fun. So get that business out of the way. I don't have a whole lot of cross stitch this month. After my last video, I was having a lot of pain in my arms. This is an issue I've had for years and ongoing, but it seems to be getting worse. So I took a whole week off of no stitching or knitting or anything. Worked on cleaning out my sewing room and decided to go through and make a master WIPs record in Excel of all my quilt projects. Although I did it differently. On my cross stitch one, I only do things that have actually started. On my quilt one, I added things that are kitted up, quilt kits, or things that I've kitted together to do. And yeah, I've got to figure out this next year how to get some more quilting done. So there were quite a few, but I say I've been doing this crafting for a few decades, so stuff piles up. Ew. But yeah, so I say my plans for last month were to work on the This I Know from Plum Street samplers, and I'm not even going to show that because I got like one little sheep in and then was going to put in another one and had to start ripping out another one, so there's nothing really there to show of that. And then I did get, though, before I had to stop with my arms hurting, worked on Autumn Dream from Cottage Garden Samplings. I got quite a bit done on it, so I was very pleased. And this is stitched on the called for is it 36 count? Yeah, 36 count Sanguine from Weeks Dye Works. So that was my progress. I was pretty pleased with that. Got quite a bit done on there. And I was to say, I did have to order a color for the center of the berry. There's Red Rocks, Weeks Red Rocks, but I was thinking, I don't know if you can tell, this like bright coral color, you see it in the skein. I just love how colors, when you stitch with them, they can change or depending on the fabric that you use. I thought this color is going to be like really, I don't know, stand out, garish, but you stitch with it and it's like, oh, it just kind of mellows it out. And I forgot what color it is, and I think it's grapefruit is the name of the color. But anyway, hoping I'll say I can put this away now and I'll pull it out next fall. But yeah, the stitching went pretty quick for me. As to say, I've not mentioned it before, but as to say, I'm a slow stitcher to begin with, but then with my arms, I stop a lot and take breaks and then squirrel, and so there's lots of variety on my channel, but not necessarily a lot of finishes. I'll say that. So that was all of my cross stitch since my last video. So to say, not much at all, but well, I say I did have one new start, but I didn't get very far. I was stitching the Gingerbread Mandala from Shannon Christine. That cute. I had found at Michael's a little red peppermint round tray that I want to stitch and put this in. But the fabric that I showed in my last video, I don't know what I was thinking. I think it looked darker when I ordered it online. But it's almost a pale yellow kind of. So needless to say, the white stitches didn't show up. So I went digging through my stash and pulled out. I don't know if this fabric's even made anymore. I never see it, but it used to be sold at like Michael's and places. MCJ Textiles, kind of a mushroom color. So that was my start, but I'm not loving stitching on this fabric, so I haven't been very motivated to work on it, which is interesting because I have this same fabric in a cream that I've stitched all of, well, the ones I've stitched of the Country Cottage Needleworks Cottage of the Month. I've done, I don't know, 3 on the same fabric but in cream, and I love it, absolutely love it. And it's the same count, same brand, but yeah, I'm not loving this. So anyway, I haven't been motivated to work on it, but my husband said something about thinking this would look good on a green, and so now that's all I can think about is switching to a green, but I don't know if I will or not. But and it's just good old DMC for that. So we'll see if I get motivated to get back to that or not. And then I've been really motivated with my knitting since in the last month. I move things around a little. I had a yarn dyer that I follow online had posted in her shop update yarn to do this. Let's see if I can. Reindeer knitting hat. So cute. But oh, I gotta make that for the granddaughter. So I ordered the yarn set, but it arrived, and I don't know if I misread something, if I read the wrong kit, I don't know. But the pattern calls for worsted weight, and the yarn set was a DK weight. And I tried a couple of different adjusting the needles to get gauge, and it wasn't coming out, and I didn't want to knit it and it not fit Farrah. So I went digging through my stash and found a worsted weight cream. So I managed to get the hat done, and this is, the wrapper on the yarn was gone, but I'm pretty sure this is Hobby Lobby's I Love This Yarn acrylic, which I really like working with. I like it better than Red Heart. It's very soft. I don't find that Red Heart yarn is as soft for big box acrylic yarn. But I finished the hat, and I finished, you're not going to be able to, I have the, you have to knit outer ear, and then there's a brown inner ear, and then antlers. So I have the antlers and the ears, but there's a smaller antler that I just have to knit, and then I can assemble everything and then knit the nose. Hopefully I can do that in the next couple of days and get it to her this weekend. So I got all the parts, or well, almost all the parts. I tried knitting the little shorter antler the other night and the fingers were not working. I think I tried like 4 times starting one of the short antlers, and I was like, okay, that's it. I give up. But it's going to be, and I've tried it on her, on Farrah, and the hat fits, which is good. So that'll be, I'll have to share a picture of her wearing it when I get it done. So that was knitting. And then, so several years ago, when my daughter was in her Doctor Who phase, she wanted to dress up as Doctor Who one year, and I bought yarn to knit her. And if you're a child of the 70s or 80s and sci-fi, Doctor Who, the one that had the really ridiculously long scarf and all the multiple different colors, there was a pattern on Ravelry, which you can't get it anymore. It's been archived, but I ended up knitting her a Doctor Who scarf. And I've had this leftover yarn sitting, taking up space for several years, and I thought I want to get it out. So I found a blog through Pinterest on, because I just needed like the number to cast on to make a throw. And again, this is the I'll pull out the tag. I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. So I cast on, and this is all I have wanted to work on. So I'm gonna, and I'm just gonna knit. So those are the colors I've gotten through so far, and I'm just knitting them until I run out of yarn, and then picking up the next color and going. So, and my needle's not as long, as wide as the blanket, but it's gonna be, I think, 50 inches. It'll be a good throw size when I get it done. Who knows how long it'll be, because I have the green to go through, and then I don't know if I can show this. Then I have brown, a blue, and purple. Those are the 3 more colors to go. So you can see there's quite a bit of yarn. Who knows, this blanket afghan may be ridiculously long, but I say I didn't really have a purpose when I started it. I just wanted to have something mindless that I could pick up and just knit and not have to count, or, you know, nothing complicated, just pick up and go. So that's all I've wanted to work on, but I like the colors. But since starting it, I texted my son. He's been in his own place now for a couple of years, or almost. Anyway, he bought himself a love seat not too long ago, and I thought, oh, maybe he'd want that for his apartment. So I texted him and sent him a picture, and he was like, yes. So his birthday's at the end of January. I don't know if I'll get this done by then. I don't know, but if not, next year. So just a nice pickup project. Like I say, that's pretty much the bulk of what I've worked on in the last month. But oh, I did do some patchwork as well. Hang on a second. So I believe this will be stuff I've acquired since last month as well. Being on Pinterest, I got an idea for a little vignette for the den on end tables, and so I pulled out this Lori Holt vintage Christmas book, and in the book you got the quilt, and then she's got further back on how to turn any of these blocks into a snow globe and turn it into a pillow. I'm not going to do a pillow, I'm just going to do little table toppers, but I decided to I had this fabric set of fat quarters that a friend had given me years ago that she had put together and then decided she didn't want them, and they've been sitting in my stash forever. So very different colors than Lori Holt, but I love it. So I made the Christmas tree into a snow globe. Cute. Thought that turned out really good. So now I just need to quilt it and bind it and get it on the end table. And then the second one, it was funny because I did the cocoa mug, hot cocoa mug, and then turned it into a snow globe. And I'd already made the cocoa mug, and I was working on the snow globe part, and I thought, that's not really something you see inside a snow globe, but we're gonna go with it. I'll explain why here in a second. But that's the hot cocoa mug. I thought these turned out so cute. So, but the reason for this is because I have a little Christmas vignette idea in my head. If let's say Country Cottage Needleworks came out with a new Quaker, their Cocoa Quaker, and with that they also came out, I don't think I showed this one last month, but the Cocoa Quilt. I thought that was cute. And then I'm going to put a link to their website below. If you sign up for their newsletter, they started this thing at the end of September, because their first so here, I'll just read it, because on the first Thursday of every month of the cross stitch newsletter, subscribers will receive a free cross stitch chart via the newsletter. So they've done a Halloween one, a Thanksgiving one, and then they just came out with a Christmas one, which so on that the Thursday before, they put out a finishing kit, which is fabric and threads that you can order not knowing what the chart looks like, and then the next week you get the chart. So I'll see if I can put a picture of it up here. So when that came, and then these two, I thought that would look really cute on the end table next year if I can have a whole little hot cocoa thing going on vignette. So that's why I put the hot cocoa in the snow globe. So, but I think it's cute. So that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, yeah. So I ordered the kit for, go ahead and open it. It just came in the mail yesterday. I just went and got it out of the mailbox. So I ordered the fabric and the threads for the freebie. So I ended up, they were sold out of 28 count. So I ended up with 25 count Lugana and the threads. But it came with this adorable needle minder, which I was not expecting that. I thought that was adorable. But yeah, so if you like Primrose Cottage and their designs, I would recommend signing up for their newsletter. So get some free. And I say, if you missed the I think I've noticed the October one and the Thanksgiving one are now on their website to buy. So I think they leave the free ones out for a month, and then they put them on their website for sale, or they have a website, or you can find them on Etsy. But anyway, that's what the quilt block is all about. So that was all of my making since November, or since my last video. Set these down. Say not a lot. I say I've been mainly on. Well, those are the colors for the Cocoa Quaker and the Cocoa Quilt. The listing said there was enough to make both pillows. So, yeah, that's all the making. So talk about a little bit about plans real quick. As you know, well, is to stitch a Primrose Cottage Quaker every month for 2025, and then as I said earlier, I am very much a seasonal stitcher, and for years and years I never really stitched Christmas because it I don't know, I felt like that was a lot of work to go in for something that was going to be up for just a month. But here in the last few years, I've gotten to where I want to stitch more Christmas, and I started several Christmas pieces last year. But this year, as I say, I just, up until now, I haven't been in the mood to work on any of them. Just haven't gotten in the groove of Christmas. So I got the idea the other day that maybe for 2025, I'll work on my Quaker pillow, and then I'll also work on just Christmas. So I've pulled out all my WIPs. I was going to go through those and show you the things that I've got started, and then patterns that I've got that I could start if I see how the year goes. As I say, I may fizzle out. I don't know. I'll have to. I seem to do good with a theme, but as I say, I'm very much, I stitch what I want when I want, whatever I'm in the mood for, and so I don't do well with like rotations and things, but I really do want to work on some of this Christmas stuff. So we'll see if I can make it through the whole year. Maybe even if 6 months, I'll get more done than I would have, because I say I haven't stitched on any Christmas at all so far recently. So enough babbling. Let's get started and show you what I've got. Hopefully you'll see something you haven't seen before and go, ooh. Let's see. This piece is for my husband because he is not a festive person. I started this last November, and it's stitched on 28 count spruce by Zweigart. And I should be able to finish this if I picked it up. But from Calico Confectioner Bah Humbug. I just thought it was funny. So that's the pattern. And this is, let's see, where I got to last year on it. So it looks in the picture like it's all black, but in some of this, in the capital letters, and I can't remember if it's in the center of that. Anyway, there's some dark red. But anyway, this is an interesting fabric. I was at a stitch meeting one day at the Stitch Niche, and somebody was giving this away. But like the green, it's green going up and down and cream going horizontal. Anyway, it makes for an interesting linen to stitch on. But as I say, get that finished and turned into a little pillow is the plan. So it's just DMC is the two colors. Although the red that it calls for, oh, my thread's not even in here. It's kind of a dark red. I may lighten it up. I don't know. We'll see. A pretty Christmas bag by Mystic Meadow Creations. I think she's online. Isn't that pretty? Love the fabric. So that's WIP. Oh, and I do have two that are more winter pieces in here. I thought I'd go ahead and throw them in too. This. Let's see, where's the card on it? That's to say, I started this last year as well, and it is Stacy Nash, The Wonderful Life Pin Keep. Isn't that pretty? I say these pin keeps are huge. It's 6 inches high and 5 1/4 inches in diameter. It's going to be big. And stitched on 36 count Weeks Dye Works linen. And that was the, let's see, the tiny little start I got last year. So lots more to go on this. But it was there's 4 of these pin keeps that were a club from Country Sampler, the shop in Wisconsin, Country Sampler. And I had, so WIP number 2. Let's see what's in here. Oh, this is a really old one. I really need to get it finished and out. Let's see if I can. Noel Pin Cushion, and it's from Cross Stitch Needlework from January 2011. That's the cover. But this is, it makes this pin cushion. Let's see if there's a better Anyway, this is where I've gotten to. Originally when I started this, I was going to make, there was me and 3 other friends that used to meet regularly and do a quilt weekend, and I was going to make 4 of these. Needless to say, I never finished the one, but so I want to get that done. And I have, there's little just another button company. Is it? Yeah, little cute little pens to go in it. So, and I say I have no idea how old this is, because this was way before I recorded that kind of stuff. And it's stitched on an even weave. Let's see, what count? 28 count? Yeah, white, antique white. So it's fun though, because sometimes you can find these old magazines at like half-price books. I've found some, or on eBay. You can still find that stuff. This was a start last year. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, this one, August 20th, 23. And from the November 1989. So this is some vintage material. For the Love of Cross Stitch that's the cover and the pattern. We got some great Christmas ones in here. I had started Joyful Santa. Isn't he gorgeous? Oh, just gorgeous. And I'm stitching it on 32 count topaz. I say, and I did not iron. Trying to see how to hold this so it looks, yeah. So you can't really tell what anything is yet, but I love this linen color. It's gorgeous. So that's his arm, and that's the top of the lantern that he's holding up. So let's see. I got a lot of ways to go. So yeah, I'm stitching up here. So, but he's going to be gorgeous when he's done. So see. Yippa yippa. Yeah, I've decided last summer I just needed to pull out some of these old magazines that I've been holding on to forever and a day and start some of these things. This is another vintage piece. And second, I say started last, let's see. This is from Leisure Arts, November, December 1986. And this piece just like makes me think of my granddaughter. I started this July 17th last year. Oh, this is the cover of the magazine, which is another great Santa awning. But this is the piece in the magazine that I started. Isn't she adorable? Too cute. And I'm stitching it on 32 count Angel Wing. Who's it by? I have no idea. Angel Wing. Oh, hand dyed fabrics by Stephanie. So, and this has a lot of fractional stitches, so I didn't get very far. I got the start of the little brass thing that is in front of the fireplace and the teddy bear down there. So yeah, all those fractional stitches slow you down. So, but I say, are you like me? You got some of this patterns you've been hanging on for a long time. This is a new one. So, oh, that's the wrong one. This is started October 29th, 2023. On 36 count dusk from Fiber on a Whim, and this is Rack Stack from Plum Street. And I got a good start on this one. So another one that shouldn't be much to finish. So, isn't that pretty? And I've got enough fabric to do quite a bit. The other piece that I have to do on that fabric is the polar pack. I'm going to do that one as well. Get these. Could probably get both of those and still have a lot of fabric left to do an ornament or something on there. Let's see. Try not to talk about these too long so this video isn't forever and a day. This I started, I don't even know when, how long ago. And again, another piece with a boatload of fractional stitches. So I need to get it done before my eyes are completely shot and I can't see anything. Oh, well, I didn't start this as long ago as I thought, but still. December 25th, 2019 is when I started it. Stitched on 28 count white linen. And it's from Better Homes and Gardens Cross Stitch and Country Crafts, July, August 1994. That's the cover. And this is the nativity set. So you have, there's three issues that have that you have to get the whole set. But I started on the Holy Family in there. And this is, there's white stitching in there. I don't know how well you can see it. That's as far as I got. So, and I have enough fabric to do the whole set. So, I'd really like to focus on this one and see. And it calls for some thread that I don't know that I've ever seen since I bought them, or if you can still get them. I have no idea, but they called for, trying to see if I can find where it's Marlette rayon floss from DMC. So I haven't stitched with any of it yet. I have no idea, but it's real shiny. You can see the rayon. It's like, anyway, it'll be interesting to see. Hopefully, I don't think I'll run out of it, but I certainly hope not, because I have no idea if it's even something that they still make. I haven't looked it up to find out if it's something that's still made. Have any of y'all ever stitched with it? I've never, you know, this is the only pattern I've ever seen that called for it. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. Oh, let's see. But I want to start stitching more nativities each year. So let's see. Save those for the end. Okay, just a few more. This, I don't even know. Oh, there's beads and the lovely Krynic, and there's three. It was a freebie. I don't even know where I got it. Mary, Mo, and Flurry, but they're three little snowman faces with snowflakes. So, and I've just got, I think it's 14 count. What does it call for? I can't see where it says what fabric it calls for, but 16 count. So I probably did what was called for, but you can, the start of one. So anyway, these would make really cute ornaments. But they each have a Krynic and beads, the matching colored beads to go with it. They'll be cute. I bought last year, I think, at Hobby Lobby some of the like aluminum metal snowflakes. So I'm hoping when I stitch those, I can stitch or finish it with the snowman face in the middle of them. But they're not flat, they're domed, so I don't know if it'll work or not, but we'll see. That's what I'm hoping to do. All right, this bag has two. Can't. So, hands-on design. This was a freebie from her. Berries in Bloom. and it's still available, I believe, on her website. And stitching it on 32 count vintage Tiffany from Fabrics by Stephanie. So it is a very bright blue linen. Not quite that bright, but it's pretty bright. So another one that shouldn't take long to do. Famous last words. Then we have Oh Christmas Tree. Well, the right one. By JBW Designs. And on her, she stitched it white on red. And I started it on with the white, and first I didn't like it. So I tried, and I'm stitching with DMC 699, which is a pretty Christmas green. So I'm going to pull out the white and finish it with the green, I think. And it's stitched over 1 on 28 count Peppermint Sparkle Fabrics by Stephanie. So I think that'll look really pretty with the green. So yeah, stitching over 1. I don't know why I decided to stitch over 1. So I wonder if I guess I stitched it over 1 because I didn't want it to be too big. Anyway, we'll see if I stick with it or if I decide to stitch it over 2 and make it bigger. We'll see. All right, now this, I have no idea how to say this pattern company name. And I believe I started this, Jan Hicks of Jan Hicks Create on YouTube, started this as a stitch along December 19th, 2021. And it's the, I'm guessing that it translates to Advent Calendar Croquet Go-Go. Anyway, it's this big piece. So, yeah, you can see the hashtags. Christmas Advent Sal 2020, or Christmas Advent 2021 Sal, or Christmas Advent Sal. So, I'm going to go look that up and see. But it's stitched on 36 count light mocha. And, excuse the thread, I've got a teeny little start. And it's 36 count, but I didn't like the white with a single strand. So I'm doing 2 strands, which I think I stopped stitching because it seemed too bulky, but looking at it now, it looks okay. So I don't know, I may work on it some more and then decide. So that's just block number 1. So that, I believe, is all of the current Christmas works in progress starts. So I haven't touched any of them in a year. So I have 2 winter ones. These were both started last year as well. There is Mill Hill, started January 30th last year. The Snowy Owl. And I did not get too terribly far on him. I don't particularly, not wild about stitching on the perforated paper. I'd only ever done a little ornament before this one. And I've seen, I believe it was Stephanie from Just Keep Stitching showed on an episode some time ago. Etsy, there's an Etsy seller that makes these wooden magnetic frames for putting your mill heel in. I really want to order one to see if that would make things easier to stitch on, because the thread kept catching on the side, but I think that's the direction. So not too bad of a start. But yeah, I definitely want to order one of those frames from Etsy and put this in it to see if that would make the stitching easier, because yeah, the thread, I kept catching the thread on the cut edge of the paper over here, which was annoying. So I'm going to do that before I pick this back up. And The last piece that I have is Winter Rose Mentor by With Thy Needle and Thread. Such a pretty piece. So I think you could put this out at Christmas and leave it out all winter. And stitching it with all the called for, because I think I bought it kitted up, but I don't remember from who. And it's stitched on 36 count Brenda's Brew. And I've got fabric stitched around it because it wasn't giving me enough room in the hoop or my Q-snap. So I have that much of the house done. Let's see if I can. That pretty. Yay. Quite a bit. But I did change the color of the house. It called for conch, which is, I don't even think I left it in here. I think I took it out. I didn't care. It wasn't quite pink enough. It was, I don't know. So I ended up going to the store and pulling out, or looking at all the pinks, and I've substituted Classic Colorworks Marvelous. So that is the color I'm using for my house. A little more pink to it. So I'm really happy with it. Yep. So that is the this one was started January. This was my New Year's Day start last year, 1/1/23. And I say I don't think I've worked on it since I started it. So now, let's see if I can fold this back. I just thought I would share some patterns that maybe go through, and I don't know, I think it's fun to share patterns. See if you see something that you've not seen before, and I have one project kitted up and a fabric for another one, so I'll show you those first. Hang on. Okay, one project that is all kitted up and ready to start is Peace on Earth from Cottage Garden Samplings. Isn't that beautiful? And I have it calls for 36 count, but I have 32 count Dove from Weeks Dye Works to stitch it on. I say 36 count's not my favorite, so, but it's all ready to go. I think I was planning on starting this last year, but then ended up switching out some of my projects, and so this one got set aside. So I say, heaven knows I don't need to start anything, but I just might. We'll see. We just might. Next, I've been working my way through the Brenda Gervais With a Needle and Thread wordplay pillows. So I still need to do December. And I've had this idea, but I keep, I'm not sure. But anyway, I've got a piece of 36 count limited edition from Color and Cotton. It doesn't have a color name. I think I bought these. She had done, I don't know if she still does them because I haven't seen her advertise them in a while, but she would do a Christmas box and she had a Halloween box, and then she had leftovers, and this was a leftover piece that was on her website, but a beautiful red. So my thought is to stitch this on the red, but only using white and green, like green for the trees and maybe green for Santa's suit instead of the red. So that's my idea. We'll see how it looks, and so that's one that I can. It's an idea. Oh, okay. Whoop, whoop, whoop. As to say, I didn't think I had that many Christmas patterns until I started pulling them out the other day, and so There's a stack. Hopefully. Let's say, if you have questions about anything, let me know. Oh, one other thing that's kitted up that I bought kitted up. This I bought from Farm Girl Dry Goods. Michelle Rudy, I think. Cardinal Ken. So that's all kitted up and ready. Excuse me, that I could start. Forgot about that one. Okay. Let's see. I'm just going to start at the top of the pile and work my way down. So, We Santa 2021 from Heart and Hand. I like him. I like his. Really cute. Calls for 32 count vintage homespun from R&R. And then I have a few of these. And then the We Santa 2022. And him, that bright blue that the Berries in Bloom was on. I want to stitch him on that same blue. I think with that pink coat, it would be cute. We'll see, I could be wrong. Then we have this year's We Santa 2024, Heart and Hand. Cute. Then stitch cards. Lori Holt, I think she just came out with a new Christmas one. This is set G. So we have the Christmas packages, the little tree snow globe. I was thinking I need to stitch that to put it with my quilt block. Then the Christmas wreath. Was that upside down? There we go. And then a candle. So those are all set G. All right, let's see. I've got these in order. Oh, they're in order. I bought these last Christmas, or last year. Christmas Village 1 from JBW Designs. So those three. Her patterns are small. This one comes with a snowman button and a little star charm. So, let's see. Anyway, and the Christmas Village 2. This will be cute. Christmas Village 3, little schoolhouse. Isn't that cute? And then Christmas Village 4. I just realized I need to go look on her website because on the back here, it's got them all stitched on one piece. I'm wondering if that's something on her website. I'll have to go look. And these aren't, I don't know if they're sold. Anyway, Little House Needleworks, the Little Sheep Virtues. I've been wanting to stitch these forever, but there's Joyfulness, which I think is Christmassy, and then Hope. I want to stitch this whole series. Those would be good for Christmas. Then I have, I've had forever. I think they were gifted to me. I don't think I bought them, but Lizzie Kate, By Golly Be Jolly Santa 2000. Isn't he cute? Like that. And then we have Ready or Not Santa 2001. And it says these are stitched on, where's the count? I looked the other day and it was smaller than I thought, 28 count natural. Because in the pillow, they look like big pillows, like it was stitched on that, what's it called, cloistrum? I don't know. Anyway. And then one more, the Here Comes Santa Claus, Santa 2005. Those are cute. And if you're new to cross stitch and not familiar, when Lizzie Kate retired, she sold her pattern rights to 123stitch.com. So that's the only place you can get these. So if you're wanting them, that's where you have to look. I was to say, in some of these, I think most of these are fairly new and available. I didn't look up anything, so excuse me. Lavender and Lace Noel of the Celtic Ladies. I would love to stitch her. She's gorgeous. The big red dress. Oh, I want to start her. Some of these, I think I just showed this one last month in my video because I think I bought it. Mojo Stitches, Christmas Baubles. That's cute. And it's bottle stitched Cottage Garden Threads. Oh, I was looking for the fabric, but I don't see. Oh, 30 count Parisian gray from Legacy Linen. So, this is another one of the Dachshund Wiener Dog series, Ugly Sweater Weather from Plum Street. Cute. Just so cute. There's this one, and then, hang on. I think this next one is more winter than, alright, I know you're in here. Just trying to find. There's another one of that series that I have. Oh, come on. Good grief, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. To me, this, you could put this Winter Wienerland. That's another one in the series, an older. They're cute. I love this whole series. Love it. Okay, moving on. Let's say I'm a sucker for a series. This one is before Stitching with the Housewives had their own pattern line when she was still collaborating with Hands On Design, Mary Chockfull. So we've got the Santas. And then, where'd it go? Come on. Where's the, there it is. The snowy Chockfull with the snowmen. Gosh, those are so cute. No, I really don't. Oh, stitching on black. I don't care for. Another Croquet A Go-Go Nativity Collection 2. Have that. Her nativities are great. She's got a few. I think she came out with a new one this year too. Alright. Then we have Primrose, Cottage Stitches, Christmas Tree and Stitching Please. They're cute. And Christmas Quilt, also by Primrose. So, got several of those. Then we have another Croquet A Go-Go, a Christmas card, and I like how she stitched it. One going vertical and one horizontal so you could see. Those are pretty. Her designs are another that I really like. Then we have Animal Cracker series from Stacy Nash. We have Christmas Sausage Finley. So some more dachshunds. I thought about my husband's stepsister has always had dachshunds. Thought this one or this next one, Christmas Sausage Frankie, would be good. A good gift for her. So we don't normally exchange Christmas gifts, but since she's, let's say, a dachshund person. This next one, October House, Cheerful Giver. It's a little sweet little piece, pillow. Then Hands On Design, Oh Christmas Tree. More stitching on that chalkboard fabric. Like that. Then we have Waxing Moon Design, Santa Trio. I need to get the Waxing Moon, the Christmas, where it's the 3 houses. I'd really like to get that one too. This is Peace on Earth, and it's dated 2000 from Hillside Samplings. Oh, it's like that. The white church. Then I don't have this whole series because I didn't want the whole series, but the Farmhouse Christmas from Little House Needleworks. I have the Little Red Barn, and then the Grandpa's Pickup were the 2 out of that series that I picked up. And there's probably, what, 12 in the series? I'm not sure. That seems to be the norm when they come out with these, like 12. And then I have Foxwood Crossings Snow Country Sleds, and you get all 3 patterns in here. It's kind of hard to see. And I have a sled in my stash for finishing. Trouble is deciding which one I'd want to stitch. And you stitch them on perforated paper don't you? I'm wondering what count, if you could stitch it on Ada and make it fit. I guess I'll have to look that up and see if I can figure that out. I don't know. Then we have Homespun Elegance, Spirit of Christmas. There's the name of it. Couldn't find it. So say a little more prim. Then we have another Little House Needleworks Town Church. I like that one with the nativity on the end. I'm going to stitch that. I say I need to do more ornaments. I never stitch ornaments. So then we got a couple from Luminous Fiber Arts. Comfort and Joy. She does the sweetest birds on her patterns. Like that. And then another one is the Gathering Snowflakes. Cute. This one's stitched with silk, I think. Yeah, 32 count sparrow, which is her linen. She gives you some alternative. And then Classic Colorworks. Oh, Belle Soie in Mer Bleu. So, more winter. Then we have A Cardinal's Carol. Again, another bird. Her patterns, I say, she does really good. I don't know if I should show this. If you're familiar with the Craftways, comes out with Christmas books every year, which I have, I don't know, 6 or 7. I need to cancel that series. I've got plenty that I've never stitched any. Anyway, this was a freebie when you ordered the book. These sweaters. It'd be fun to do. And they're, anyway, get all of those. This was a pattern that I got off of Etsy. Sorry, I had to stop and think. And she sells her patterns, this is the last time I looked, which has been several years ago, individually, or you could buy a bundle. So this was a bundle. So there's quite a few in here. And it's Cute Patterns by Maria on Etsy. Yeah, snow globe. So they're all snow globes. So there's penguins, a house. Let's say Farrah. I was pulling these out the other day, and Farrah was having fun going through these and telling me what was in the snow globe. The Christmas tree, snowman, a little Volkswagen. That's cute. Reindeer. A little Christmas tree with hair, bunnies, and Santa. That's cute. So that was all a bundle. And her patterns are cool because you get, there's 4 pages to each one. You get the picture, the color chart, and then you get the pattern with just the stitching, and then you get another page that has the back stitching overlaid, the colored chart. So those are, yeah, but I definitely want to do one of those this year. Heartstring Samplers, Love and Joy Come to You. I've actually stitched this one. I did mine in red on the white linen. Then we have Blackbird Designs Early Christmas Morning, the big giant drum. But it's pretty. That's pretty. Then Darlene Dion Designs. I like this. It's God Bless Us Everyone. This was a PDF download from her Etsy site. And then Jen Hicks Creates. I didn't buy the rest of this series. I'd like to, although on one of her more recent videos, she talked about maybe for market of putting her vintage Christmas alphabet ornaments all in one book. So I may wait and see if that comes out and get it. But I only have A, B, and C. But I love the colors that she chose. Very traditional kind of. I'd like to get some more of those or the rest of those. I think I showed this. Let's say these next couple you've seen recently because they've been recent purchases. Drawn Thread Christmas Quartet. Really like that one. And then a new pattern company, which I've talked about a couple of videos ago, Wildflower Stitching. This is Sleigh Bells Ring, which is a big drum. Isn't that pretty? That giant bell. I got to see these at the Stitch Niche in person. It's gorgeous. Huge, but gorgeous. Okay, the next couple are 55 Christian Symbols Unlimited. And I have no memory of where I got this, but they're all, and it's not a great picture, but they're all different kinds of crosses. But that would be cool to do some of those for the Christmas tree. And I say, this is another Leisure Arts leaflet, 2357, that you make little coffee mugs, cocoa mugs, and I stitched the Santa, and I have another mug sitting around waiting to be stitched that's probably 25 years old, but I have no idea where the Santa got to. Maybe deep in some Christmas decoration box, I don't know. So you can tell this one's been around a while, but I think they're cute. I say I should stitch the snowman or the Santa again for Farah. Maybe the teddy bear. She'd love it. The little teddy bear has lights, string lights that go around the cup. I'm not going to show that. Now, the rest of these patterns, some of them are not cross stitch, and some of them are more winter. So I separated those out. Oh, I forgot to show y'all something. Hang on. Oh. I mentioned earlier in the video how I had cleaned out my sewing room, and when I did so, I found some Christmas towels. One was done. This one was finished. So, and then the other one was partially done, and excuse it, I have to wash it. I hung it up when we had Thanksgiving. We had our Thanksgiving late, and somebody used it, and I haven't had a chance to wash it yet. I'm going to have to educate. But these two patterns come from a Bird Brain design. They do surface embroidery designs. So that was make some more tea towels or ornaments. So I have some more like Aunt Martha's. Can't go wrong with those. All the Santas. Although I don't know, I've never had one that had all that solid stitching, or what they recommend. I don't know. But anyway, the Santas are cute. And then Buttermilk Basin. They have some great stuff. I wouldn't mind doing these tea towels. The trucks. And be full of joy is what the jar says at the top, if you can't read it. And then this I thought was a cute banner. Merry Christmas. That's sweet. This was a free Thimble Creek Creations Deck the Hall, y'all. So that's the whole pattern. Alright. Then I guess I won't. The Sweetheart Tree. I have a heart downstairs. It's a Christmas that a friend did me. This one's a winter, and it needs a snowflake charm, but it's a heart with band stitching across, and then they have a charm in the middle of it. This could be Christmas or winter, I think. Sweater Weather Short Stack Pen Keep from Stacy Nash. I like that a lot. You could stitch it in blue and make it more winter, or the red for Christmas, I think. This is an old Butternut Road winter sampler. I thought that was really pretty. It's ginormous. Let's just say, that's a lot of work to go to for, let's just say that's my problem with seasonal stitches. Robin Pickens, Sweater Weather. She has some great, she started out, she's a fabric designer and pattern. Here recently in the last year or two, she's come out with some cross stitch. She's got some nice ones. This is the only one I've bought. More winter. This is one of 4. It's a full coverage I started I forgot which one I started. Anyway, I don't know that I'll ever get it done, but it's artwork by Alphonse Mucha, winter. So I have all 4 seasons, but that's winter. I'll probably never stitch it, but then let's just say these are from the Victoria Sampler, and let's see, I think I bought them on clearance somewhere. The shop in Cleveland got the fawn. That could go out at Christmas. Then we have a squirrel. I say Farrah was arguing with me the other day when I was pulling these out, kept telling me it was a chipmunk. No, it's not a chipmunk. This could go out at Christmas, I think, too. The sheep. They're just sweet. And then there's a bunny. Those would be good. Winter, Christmas. Then I actually started this piece probably 20 years ago. Again, I started up here in the steeple, and there's like a gazillion quarter stitches, and it sat for ever and a day, and I finally tossed it. But I like Buckley moss patterns. That's cool, but that would be cool to get done. And then dimensions, I don't have very many kits. 3 that I've bought in the recent years. I've never stitched from a kit. If I did this, I think I might change the fabric because it's got Ada in it, but this is a Scenic Farm. I know it's been popular, or it was popular a couple of years ago. That would be pretty. So that is all the patterns. Oh, well, I'll go into, there's a few more that I had the patterns. We're going into acquisitions here quick. Excuse the noise. I bought the Black Friday, 123 Stitch had their Black Friday sale. So I purchased some fabric. I had shown this I bought this I showed this last month. Ink Circles Cocoa. So I ordered the 32 count Charlotte's Pink that is called for. So I can do that. It's a pretty pink. So I got that to stitch. And then I saw this fabric and immediately thought of this pattern in my stash. Fiber on a Whim, Malachite, 36 count. 36 count, I thought I ordered 40. Oh, I didn't notice that. Anyway, this green is, oh, I gotta take it out. Gorgeous, gorgeous green. So when I saw this is not a great picture of this pattern. Well, it's pale, but I thought it would look great. This with like 3865, or I might go get a cream in NPI silk and stitch. Don't you think that'll be gorgeous? That green, oh, with that. And I forgot, the translation was Frost Festival, I think is what it translated to. Anyway, but gonna have to, that on that green is marvelous. I'll say I don't need. And then the other piece that was on sale was 28 count Mystic, which I think is Picture This Plus. And I got it, which is the called for to stitch. This Autumn Lane Santa Claus is Coming to Town is the pattern. Sorry, another Santa. And then lastly, so my son-in-law is the only one of the family that doesn't have a cross-stitched Christmas stocking. My mom stitched everybody else's, and even Farrah's, my granddaughter's, but I was thinking I probably need to pick up the baton and take over and stitch. And so Emmeline I showed her a pattern and she liked it, and I'm going to put it up here. I forgot the name of it. Anyway, I bought the pattern called for 48 count, not 48 count, 14 count Ada. So I saw a 28 count Phoenix. I don't know who the dyer is, if it was Picture This Plus. Anyway, I got a red to stitch the stocking on. So I'm going to put this in the cover picture of the pattern, which I need to print out in a store-bought stocking, and let him see it, because I want him to see it and approve it before I go to all the work to stitch it. So, because if not, I can always put linen to use. So we'll see if he likes it or not, because if not, I've got plenty of other patterns sitting around the house that he could pick out something that he likes, because I say I don't want to stitch a big stocking and it not be something that he likes. So I was going to show some digital patterns, but I think this video is over an hour. I should probably wrap it up. A couple other things real quick that I was to say, my year of Christmas stitching. Both of these were gifts years past. Butternut Basin, vintage Redwork Snowmen. So it's all kitted up and ready to go. I'd like to work on that some. This one, I don't know that I'll get started. I haven't decided. If I did, I think I'd only do the center panel instead of the whole Peace on Earth from Kathy Schmitz. But the birds are all the same, and then that center panel. But again, it's got the fabric and some 2 skeins of the dark brown. It looks like 3371. Anyway, I don't know that that one's I'm not in a hurry to do. And then lastly, I've had this kitted up. Oh, brace yourself, a zipper. I tried to unzip everything before I got started. It was a fabric from RJR Fabrics. I found the year earlier. Anyway, remember when. So I have all the fabric to make this throw size. I think it's 73 by 53. So I have a curtain rod hanging up above my couch in my living room, and I only have a couple of seasonal quilts. I'd like to add this to the rotation, but they look like handkerchiefs, and I'm not a big panel fan, but aren't those pretty? So this is another Christmas piece that I would like to work on this year and see if I can get done and quilted and up for next Christmas. But they're very let's say vintage feel fabrics, and I think they're pretty with the handkerchiefs. And then really get those. And one last quick thing, I have been collecting isn't that cute little knitting bag? I have no idea who made it. There's not a tag on it, but I'd ordered it with the yarn. It was a collaboration. Anyway, I know I'm not great at making socks, and I have all this Christmas sock yarn to make. There's self-striping from Mustache Yarns. This one's called Reindeer Corn, those colors. And then from Nomadic Yarns, I have Tweety Socks, Santa's Little Helper. It's another self-striping. And then the Yarn Prairie. This one's called, what's the colorway? Sleigh Ride. I love this one. Oh. Then these are Woolberry. Colorway is Christmas Cocoa, and I don't know if they repeat any of these. If anybody, another Woolberry. This one was darker than I was expecting when it came. All is Calm. I was expecting a lighter blue, but there's little bits of green in it too, but it's very dark. And then lastly, Stranded Dye Works, which they're not dyeing anymore. But this was called Red Velvet. No, Popcorn Garland is the main color, and Red Velvet is the little mini. So anyway, I'd like to at least take one of these and knit me a pair of Christmas socks this next year. So I'll say I really need to work on the sock knitting skills. So I hope y'all enjoyed all the Christmas projects, patterns. As I say, I have collected plenty, so I need to get to making, see what I can get done in this next year, and just do Christmas for as long as possible. We'll see if I can go all year and see what all I can get accomplished with along with the Quaker pillows. So lastly, some of y'all probably been waiting, quit yakking. On my last video, I gave away 2 Halloween patterns, and I've heard from one of you, the second person. See if I can put her YouTube handle on here. Deb Robinson 8134. You won the Spell of the Moon pattern, but I haven't heard from you. Say my email address will be in the description box below. If you could reach out to me with your mailing address, and I can get that off to you. And then in my last video, I had reached the milestone of reaching 500 subscribers. Yay! And so I did a giveaway. I had 5 things to give away, so let's give those away. I used the random comment picker on the internet. So I was giving away this Mimi's tape measure. Let's see. And this goes to Patsy Stockmeyer. Patsy. I say all of the winners. I say my email address will be in the description box below. If you could just email me and send me your mailing address, and then I will get this sent off to you probably after Christmas. We'll wait till the Christmas mail has settled down, which I know is only, let's say, a couple of weeks. But anyway, if you could reach out to me, I'll get this off to you. Patsy, congratulations. And then another kit for the Betsy Ross with the silks. This went to Kit Mar 1667. You won, Betsy. And then we have the little scissor keep box and pattern. There's a pattern in there. And this went to Janet Cross Stitch. Congratulations, Janet. And then we had the kit for the Pineberry Lane, the Witch's Garden. Oop, that's a glare. This goes to Stitching by the River 8666. So, ladies, congratulations. And lastly, the last giveaway is I wanted to give away one of the Primrose Quaker patterns, so you could join along in the stitch along, and that is going to go to Johnny Miller 5349. So Johnny, if you could, I'm going to link Primrose Cottage's website down below. If you could take a look, unless you know already, which Quaker pattern that you would like, email me which pattern you want and then your mailing address, and then I will purchase the Quaker pattern and have that sent to you. So congratulations, everybody, and thanks for joining me along on my FlossTube videos. As to say, I pretty much, I'm not an aspiring fabric dyer or pattern maker. I just do this for fun, and amazed that any of y'all have joined along to watch. Hopefully you'll make it this far. An hour and 20 minutes almost, so I need to wrap it up. I hope you all, those that celebrate, have a very Merry Christmas with your families and can enjoy this busy season. I say our son didn't get his time request in early enough, so we're not having Christmas until early January. But it'll be quiet around my house next week. And but anyway, have a very Merry Christmas, and I hope to see you in January when we kick off the Quaker Sal. See you then. Hello. Finished up my video and I realized I forgot to add something. Not cross stitch related, but I had to add it because I just think it's awesome. I'm not sure where I'm going to slide this into the video, but my dad is an artist, amateur, I don't know. Anyway, he joked to let my viewers know that he takes commissions. So anyway, he gifted this painting to me earlier in the year, sent it with my brother, and while they were here visiting in October, we found an art frame shop here in town and took it in to have it restretched and framed, and I got it back just before Thanksgiving. But anyway, I had to show you my yellow rose that my dad painted for me. As to say, most of my life he's drawn, but here in the years later he's been getting into more and more painting. So anyway, I know it's not cross stitch related, but I thought some of you might enjoy. As to say, I'm very lucky. I have some little bit of art of my dad's and of course my mom's cross stitch on my walls, but I wanted to share my beautiful yellow rose. So anyway, I'll say slide this in somewhere in the video. Thanks for letting me share. Bye.